So everything's pretty serious and quiet right now because RJ wants to get a bait right on the bottom as soon as possible. You'll notice we're real quiet right now because these swordfish have excellent hearing, and although they are hundreds and hundreds of feet down, they've got really, really good hearing, and RJ has instructed the entire crew to be silent with just the soft purr of these 250 Suzuki engines on top of the surface, which gets them all riled up down there. Right, RJ? Shh.
Speed up.
So, you know, you'll get some people when you say you're going sword fishing with electric reels, they'll say, oh, well, where's the fun in that? That can't be too difficult. But this is amongst the most technical fishing you can do. And these swordfish are really elusive. RJ, tell us what we're doing here.
Basically what we're doing, and we're on the first drop of the day, we just dropped down. And right now we're fishing a group of rocks, okay? And understand that in South Florida, here off the Palm Beaches, we have a lot of current. Your average current here is about 3.5 knots moving in this direction behind us. So though the boat is pointed into the current, we're moving backwards. And anytime, James, when you're doing this type of fishing, when you mention electric reels, understand that in order to be able to learn this game, to drop a lead down with 3 or 4 knots of current, electric reel was a must to be able to learn. So though we do both, we hand crank when the current, allows it, but realistically for our conditions in South Florida, you see a lot of the electric reel. And he's right in that most people think that, oh, you push a button and a fish comes up?
Right.
Well, you're gonna see shortly that that's not the case. There's a lot of finesse, there's a lot of technique, and so it's a very difficult fishery when you first get started. We just hit the bottom. Our first redrop was 200 feet just to go back down to the bottom. We have 2,350 feet of line out, and we're in 1,672 feet of water. So we have 400 foot of scope. So let's drop it back to the bottom here, 2,350. And now this is going to tell you how our driving is, our angle, all of those things are calculated. That's why we're so quiet when we first get out here, because we're trying to really figure this out. So 2,350, I'm dropping back to the bottom at 2,500. So that drop was 150 feet. Our driving is getting dialed in so we can maintain putting this bait where we need to put it. Understanding that the optimal depth off the bottom is about 100 feet.
Gotcha.
So we're not fishing the bait on the rocks, we're fishing 100 feet off. To make it simple for you, I have a lucky spot. I call it James 1, it's right back here. But understand, we're drifting in this direction. So right now, I'm trying to hit James's spot about 4/10 of a mile to the north of us. So I've got to set up to the south of that, figure out how to position the boat so we drift right over that spot.
Wow, well, there's a lot more to this fishing than meets the eye initially. Let's see if we can catch one.